Hello, hello, hello. This is Eccentric Spirit. I'm a new content creator. You will not be seeing a picture of me anytime soon, so it is what it is. Think of this as a faceless YouTube channel. I want to do like an avatar, but I haven't been able to pick one out yet. And I'm learning right now, so as I learn more, I'll come up with something more creative than just patterns, colors, and material in front of the camera. Anyway, this video is going to be short and sweet. Right now, my videos are averaging 30 minutes. If you want to be a new supporter or contributor, you can say you knew me when I started. You can contribute to my Cash App, Eccentric Spirit. So that would be the $ ECCENTRICSPIRIT. Also, if you contribute, please include your email address. This way, I can let you know I received your donation or your contribution, and I can also thank you. So it'd be like my way of confirming that I got your donation. Because as I become more popular and blow up and glow up, you're going to have people trying to rip folks off and pretend they're me. So again, my name is Eccentric Spirit. What I will be doing, my channel will have a number of channels connected to it on YouTube. I will be covering a lot of stuff, but you won't really know my topics until I start putting it on my channel and uploading the videos and putting the subjects to it. Then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. What I'm not going to do is tell you all my great ideas. So somebody that's really good at content creation can steal all of them and have the videos up while I'm still learning. But what I am starting today is my series on mental clarity. Basically, it's about mental health, having your mind straight. So basically, mental clarity is the title of this first video. It's going to be part of my mental clarity series. And the subtitle is basically eliminating the mental clutter from your mind. If you don't know this already, and the young people are teaching the older folks, the younger generations are serious about their mental health, and we need to pay attention to what they're saying. If you don't already know this, you're going to learn it the hard way. If your mind is not right, you can't do anything else. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to be able to be present. You're going to be falling asleep. You're going to be dozing off. You're not going to be able to pay attention. You're going to be irritable. If you're not getting anything to eat, your mind is not being nourished. That's why they got all these school lunch programs for kids. Kids can't concentrate on studies. They can't concentrate on learning if they're hungry and they didn't get a meal from home. That's why now these schools today, they have they give the kids breakfast, then they have a morning snack, then they give the kids lunch, then they have an afternoon snack, and sometimes they're giving kids food before they leave because they know some kids may not get dinner, especially depending on what type of home life they have. You can have parents that are receiving food stamps. They have an access card during a SNAP program. But if the parents are on drugs or they're drinking or they're substance abusers, if they're struggling with their own mental health, if life is lifing and they're struggling, the kids may not get a decent meal. So schools have stepped in to fill the void. And that's all about mental clarity. If your mental health is not together, if your mind is not straight, you cannot get anything accomplished. Last week, I got kicked to the curb. And the guy that kicked me to the curb told me to kick rocks. I think he was shocked that I wasn't breaking down and crying and begging him, please give me another chance, baby. Baby, please give me another chance. And I was hurt because we're struggling and going through stuff. And I felt abandoned and I felt discarded like a piece of trash. So at a certain point, I didn't want to cry. I said, no, I cannot start crying because if I start crying, I won't be able to stop. And I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of crying. And he was all up in my face looking at me, trying to get a response. He didn't get the response he was looking for because I knew based on all the struggles I have been through since the pandemic. And what you're going to find out about eccentric spirit, me, I'm talking about me in the third person. What you're going to find out is I went through a lot of changes when that pandemic happened. And I can look back now and say a lot of things happened for the good. But at that time, I didn't think it was good. You know, I went through a lot of stuff. I was not a happy camper. The pandemic blew up my life. You know, one day I was, my life wasn't perfect, but, I was grinding. I'm a workaholic. I was working hard. I was tired and exhausted from working hard, but I was living life. Life was lifing. Then that pandemic came and destroyed everything. And so I'm in the process of rebuilding, and I want you to come on the journey with me. So I will be doing a series on mental clarity because I'm noticing people are going through the same thing I'm going through. If your mind is not together, you can't do anything. And part of nourishing the mind is getting proper rest, getting sleep, and eating properly. And with the food prices being the way it is, a lot of people are not eating. A lot of people are surviving on snacks, chips, pretzels. They're not eating right. They don't have access to good water. You have people stressed out. They're getting evicted. They're homeless. They're on drugs. They're on alcohol. They drinking alcohol. They're alcoholics. Got people gambling. Where I'm at right now. So I went from one environment where it was a lot of crime. A lot of crime. So I was constantly afraid somebody's going to rob me, kidnap me, rape me, beat me up. And I'm broke. I don't have any money. So, nothing worse than somebody trying to rob you for money and finding out you don't have any money. Sometimes they'll shoot you because they're mad because you don't have any money. And you're looking at them like, yeah, we're in a working class neighborhood. You should know most people here don't have any money. So I went from an environment where it was a lot of crime to an environment where it's like a touristy area. People come here to vacation, enjoy the sun, enjoy the water. It's near the ocean. And so what I'm noticing now is my new fear is getting hit by an electric bike or a regular bike, somebody on a bicycle not paying attention, hitting me on a regular bike with a regular bike that they're on. We've had a lot of accidents in this area of people on electric bikes. And so certain places now, they have banned electronic bikes or whatever, electric bikes. You know what I'm talking about, the motorized bikes. They're not a motorcycle, but it's in between a motorcycle and a bicycle. So these electric bikes have been banned in some places because we've gotten people that have been injured and severely hurt. Not sure if anybody's been killed, but I know some lawsuits have happened, and these electric bikes are out of control. But what I'm also noticing is I'm in a party area, a touristy area, a vacation spot, a resort spot. So you have a lot of partying, you have a lot of drinking. And with the drinking, you have a lot of people drinking and driving under the influence. They're drunk. They shouldn't be in a car. So they're either pissy drunk or they're driving under the influence. Oops, I don't know if I can say the pissy word. Anyway, every week I've seen at least 3 or 4 accidents Okay, and I'm not exaggerating. And these are just the ones that I know about. I'm a walker. I used to do bicycles, but bicycles messed up my knees. So I prefer to walk. And when you walk, you see everything. And so last week I heard a boom. I'm like, what is that? You know? Next day, find out somebody crashed. You know, you see the car pieces all on the street sign down. They hit a street sign and it was a car accident. Yesterday, let me see. Yesterday, around 10:30, I walked past an area. It was fine. 2 hours later, I was coming back. Police was towing away a car. It was a car accident. Knocked down another street sign. Friday, I believe that was the 18th of August. I walked past an area. It was like a city employees, like a parking lot for city workers, and it was empty. You know, I walked past it maybe like 6:45. Was walking back past it around 8 o'clock at night, and the whole gate, like two big sections of a metal black gate, was down, including the street sign. Another accident. Okay? And so now my biggest fear is getting hit by somebody on a bicycle that's not paying attention, getting hit by somebody on an electric bike that's not paying attention, or getting hit by a driver under the influence while I'm walking. Somebody coming up on a curb and hitting me. That's the biggest fear right now. We have a lot of police and stuff out because they don't want to scare the tourists away. They want the tourists to come around here, and if there's a lot of crime, they're not coming back. Nobody's going to make any money. So there's cameras all over the place, police all over the place. But I now realize that I'm very conscious of it now. That now I'm worrying about getting hit by a drunk driver. And the way our city handles it is they sweep it under the rug and they don't talk about it. And like, if you're drunk and you have a crash, they clean it up so fast it's not funny. Especially if you didn't hit anybody. Oh, they clean it up so fast. They sweep it under the carpet. They sweep it under the rug because they want people to keep coming in, spending money, drinking, partying, having fun, buying liquor, buying those margaritas, those daiquiris, you know. And so I realize now my fear is impacting my mental clarity. This is something I'm worrying about now in my subconscious. I've been worrying about it. And as I see more and more accidents, and like I said, I haven't seen anything personally, but you do hear the noises. You hear the crashes, and you know what it is. So now I realize, subconsciously I'm worried about this, and this is impacting my mental clarity. And so you have to be conscious of it. So the first thing I want you to do if you're coming on this mental clarity journey with me is you want to choose 3 things you want to accomplish in a day. You can choose more than 3. Like right now, I have at least 12 items on my to-do list for the day. Are all these items going to get done? Probably not. But out of the 12, I have my top 3 priorities, my top 3 items I want to get accomplished. Now, on your list, it can be something easy, or it's as simple as make myself breakfast in the morning. Have a healthy snack. Stay away from sugar. Something as simple as take a shower or a bath. If you're depressed or if you're going through like postpartum depression, and a lot of women are going through postpartum depression ever since Roe v. Wade's been overturned. That's another story. we have women having babies that don't want to have babies. Okay? We got women that are pregnant who don't want to be pregnant. And now they're pregnant. Now they have had the baby and they're suffering through postpartum depression. And something as simple as taking a shower in the morning, they may feel, look, I'm too busy. I'm too busy breastfeeding, trying to take care of the baby. The baby's crying. They're too overwhelmed to even take a shower. So you can have something as simple as that on your list. Take a shower, wash the dishes, have a healthy snack. It can be whatever you need to do. And now those are your top 3 items. And at the end of the day, at nighttime, just look to see if you accomplished those things. In terms of mental clarity, studies have shown multitasking is not good. I'm a multitasker. A lot of women and men are multitaskers. A lot of women are multitaskers. And it's a hard habit to break. Studies have shown it's not good to multitask. It's better just to focus on a few items and get them done. So that's why I picked 3 items for mental clarity. But if you're a multitasker and you still want to multitask, I'm still multitasking. But you can multitask all day, but make sure you got your 3 items accomplished off your list. At least 3 items. So we're basically decluttering all the things we realize we have to do because you become overwhelmed. We're bringing it down to 3 items per day. And you're focusing on accomplishing at least 3 items a day. And then as you become more proficient with your mental clarity, you can add other items. But just 3 items right now. Like I said, it could be something as simple as having a healthy snack, drinking more water, walking. There's a lot of crime in America right now. Okay? You may have on your list, learn about shooting a gun, getting my gun license, getting my permit to carry, learning about gun safety, learning about the gun laws in my city, my town, my state. It could be something like that. Taking a self-defense course, looking for information on where you can take a self-defense course, working on your budget, working on communicating more with your mate, cooking a home-cooked meal, okay, whatever's on your list, okay? Now, part of the mental clarity journey is living in the present. So after you pick your 3 items you want to achieve for the day, you have to actually go and take care of those items. But after you take care of those items, or while you're in the process of taking care of those items, you have to be in the present. You can't keep worrying about the past. It's over. You can't change the past. Beating yourself up with wouldas, couldas, shouldas. Remembering all the people that did you dirty. All the bad things that happened to you. Why you can't catch a break. Why you're not getting in the right relationships, the right friendships. Why do bad things keep happening to you? All you're doing is cluttering up your mind, and it's making it hard for you to focus on what you need to accomplish today. The same with being preoccupied with your future. Oh, once I meet the perfect girl, I'm doing this, that, and the other. Once I meet the perfect woman. Once I meet the perfect man. Once I get this job, this perfect job. Once I start making more money. Once I get a promotion. I'm going to be able to level up, glow up, and blow up. Woo! You're being preoccupied with the future. You can plan for the future. There's nothing wrong with planning. There's nothing wrong with looking forward to things. That gives you hope. But what we're not going to do is be so focused on the future that we're not present. We're not in the moment. I have friends that do this a lot. I do it sometimes, but a lot of times I'm focusing on the past. Like everything I did wrong, I'm beating myself up. Hey, it's lifing. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You learn from the mistakes and you move on. And guess what? You may make the same mistake over again. And guess what? You're going to have to figure out, okay, why am I in this same position I was in before, and figure out a new way. You know, you got to figure out a new plan, a new way of doing your life, so you won't be in the same positions making the same mistakes, you know. And ladies, it could be something as complicated as, why do I keep getting these abusive men? Why do I keep dating verbally abusive men? Men that are physically abusive. Figuring out the patterns, okay? Is it something in the family? Did all the ladies in your family date abusive men, verbally abusive men, physically abusive men? If they did, you got to break the chain. You got to break the generational curse and be the first one to not date a verbally abusive guy. Why am I always dating guys with substance abuse issues? I was watching the Janet Jackson documentary, and she was wondering why she kept dating guys that had drug issues. Okay? That's something you have to examine. Is it something about, are you into rescuing men? Are you into saving guys? Are you into being there for a guy, wanting to build with a guy? Are you addicted to that? Are you codependent? You have to find out what your issue is if you keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And you can't give up on yourself. And you can't let family, friends, coworkers, and neighbors and, your church members jam you up. Because sometimes if you're making the same mistakes, you're stuck. They'll start to roll their eyes, get an attitude of, oh, not again. Oh, when will he learn? When will she learn? Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's dating another loser. Oh, not again. Oh, he's dating another gold digger. Oh, when will he learn? Guess what? Sometimes it's going to take a while before you can break a bad pattern. So don't get caught up in the past and all your mistakes, and don't get so focused on the future that you're not living your best life and getting things accomplished now. So, the goal is mental clarity. If your mind is not straight, if you're not focused, you can't do anything. We can take a page from men who compartmentalize. I have trouble pronouncing that word. They're known for compartmentalizing. I think that's how you say it. Guys are known for doing that. And guess what? Sometimes it can be good. You could have lost a loved one. And if you get so focused on grieving, you may not be able to plan their service. You may not be able to do what you need to do to honor the person you love because you're grieving. So sometimes you have to say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to cry for an hour. I'm going to feel sorry for myself for an hour. And then I got to pull myself up by the bootstraps and live today. I got children depending on me. I got people depending on me. I got to be here for myself. Ladies and men, but especially ladies, if you don't remember the last time you ate, that's a problem. Start writing down when you eat, when you drink water. Keep a food journal. Okay, I had a friend. I noticed they didn't have anything to eat for at least 36 hours, and they weren't drinking any water. And I could tell they didn't take a shower. And, I wanted to cry about it. And finally, I just told the person, listen, you're scaring me. You're scaring me. Now, this only works if people are around you and they're willing to tell you the truth and they care about you. Sometimes you'll have people that love you and care about you, but they're afraid if they tell you the truth, they're going to lose you. You're going to get upset. You're going to get mad. So they don't say anything. And then some people are enjoying watching you suffer. They feel it's going to humble you, it's going to take you down a couple of notches. They got tired of you blowing up, glowing up, and leveling up. And now you're suffering, and they're enjoying watching it. And so you got to be careful who you got around you. And then you have some people, they get scared, they don't know what to say, so they don't say anything. But sometimes you're lucky if you have somebody that brings something to your attention. You may not appreciate it. Sometimes we don't appreciate the messenger. But is the message valid? If the message is valid, don't get upset about the messenger. Take the information and utilize it and use it to your advantage, And I can say, my friend got some cereal to eat, started drinking some water, and they took a shower. Okay? So, again, you can't do anything if your mind is not in the game. Athletes know this all the time. You see athletes, they zone out. They play their football, their basketball, their tennis. They become a different person. They do the golf. I love basketball. And you can tell when some of these basketball players where the mental edge is gone. I'm going to be talking about mental clarity, and we're going to be talking about Jordan Poole. I'm a Warriors fan, and Jordan Poole last season was a nightmare. And everybody's trying to be nice, especially his former Warrior teammates. They keep trying to say all these nice things about him. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, they go, oh, Jordan Poole is so great. But Jordan Poole fumbled the ball mentally. And I'm going to cover that. I'm a big Warriors fan. Some people are not going to be happy. Maybe it's a good thing I'm not showing my face. If I ever get enough money to go, or I'm not going to say if, when I get enough money to start going back to basketball games again. Some of these basketball players might be mad if they see me. So it's a good thing I'm not showing my face. But we're going to talk about mental clarity and how Jordan Poole didn't have it. And that's why he's with the Washington Wizards today. Okay, so again, it's about eliminating the mental clutter from your mind. The assignment for this video is create a list of items you want to accomplish each day. You can do it the night before or in the morning. And you got to pick your top 3 items you want to complete, and you focus on that. Now, if you complete those 3 items, you want to get ambitious and do some more stuff, you can do that too. Also, your homework is focusing on the present. Stop beating yourself up over the past. Stop worrying about the past. I'm seeing a lot of people focusing on how they were raised. Oh, my mama wasn't there for me. My daddy wasn't there for me. I didn't get the support my other siblings got. Oh, listen. At a certain point, mom and dad did the best they could do. If you didn't get everything you wanted, it is what it is. You can't go back and redo childhood. It's over. Your childhood is over. So commiserating about your childhood is not going to change anything. You got to be in the present. Okay? Dad wasn't there for you. What are you going to do about it today? I love men whose fathers weren't there for them. And they say, you know what? I got kids and I'm going to be there for my kids. I see a lot of guys do that. And that's what I want you to do as part of your mental clarity. Stop focusing on the mistakes, on the things that didn't happen, the people that weren't there for you, the people that did you dirty, the people that didn't treat you right. If you're talking to someone and they're telling you a story about being mistreated, and you thinking it just happened recently, and you say, oh, when did this happen? Oh, this happened 5 years ago. That's somebody that's living in the past. And you catch yourself if you're doing it. You keep talking about the past, the good old days. Oh, we were eating good before the pandemic. Oh, I worked at this beautiful 5-star restaurant before the pandemic happened. Now the restaurant's been shut down. Oh, life was so good last year before my business shut down. Oh, Oh, my life was so great before my husband died. You're living in the past. Okay, yeah, your life was great, but what are you going to do now? We've been around these people. They're telling the same stories over and over and over and over again. And they're sad, depressing stories, and we're starting to roll our eyes. I can't think of that actress's name. Put it in the comments if you know who I'm talking about. It's this actress that's on that medical show on ABC. And he got off the show. Then he did some kind of play about baseball where he had to be naked. Well, anyway, he's from Philly. He was married to this woman, his wife, and this wife was going around just crying the blues to everybody that would listen about the divorce and how her husband did her dirty and she was supportive, and it's like, oh brother. Her friends started avoiding her because she kept talking about this guy. It's an African American actor. He got green eyes, light skinned. I cannot think of his name, but it's on that medical show. It's the medical show on ABC. It's the lady that did the Scandal show. I cannot think of this guy, but his wife would not stop boo-hooing. Are people avoiding you because you're still talking about the same stuff over and over again? Men, ladies, if you keep talking about your exes, guess what? Nobody's going to want to date you. They're not going to be your new boo. Because listen, if I'm around a man and he keeps talking about his ex-wife, his ex-girlfriend, his ex-fiance, I'm thinking you're still in love with her. You haven't gotten over her, so there's no space for me. So why am I even envisioning a future with you? You're still stuck on your ex. Especially if you don't got kids or the kids are grown. Stop talking about your exes. It's not a turn on, because in my mind, I'm thinking this. Go patch things up with your ex because you're obsessed with your ex. You obviously want to be with your ex. Go screw your ex, okay? Because I'm not sleeping with you because you're talking about your ex too much. It's an ex for a reason. You're living in the past. The future people, I'm gonna. Ladies, you've been around these guys. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I can't wait to do this. I'm looking for somebody to build with. Stop looking for people to build with and start building now by yourself. Okay? I should be able to see what you're building and working on. You shouldn't be waiting for somebody to come into your life so you can start building with them. That's the wrong attitude. Too much focus on the future. Oh, I'm looking for somebody to build with. You should be building already. And then seeing what they're bringing to the pot, and then maybe you can build together. But stop waiting for that perfect person to come into your life so you can do something together. Whatever you want to build, start building it now. Like I said, I wanted to do content creation 5 years ago in 2018. And I kept waiting for the perfect moment. And then I realized there's not going to be a perfect moment. I got to start doing it now. For 5 years, I listened to people respond to topics I wanted to respond to. And I'm going to do that. Some stuff I will respond to. But like I'm saying, there's no time like the present. So, this is mental clarity, eliminating the mental clutter from your mind. Homework, choose 3 items you want to accomplish today. Make sure you accomplish it. If you can be ambitious and do more than 3, go down a list and do some more items. Maybe choose another 3. But mental clarity is not putting too much on your plate and getting something accomplished each day. We don't want to clutter up our to-do list and then we can't get things accomplished. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. Be present in the moment. Again, my name is Eccentric Spirit. If you want to donate to my Cash App, it's $ECCENTRICSPIRIT.